Hey guys, Ruber Shankam here. I'm going to be teaching you all I know about the Artanis character in the game from the start. So, Artanis' Q ability, he rapidly dashes forward and then he returns. He does more damage upon the return, so if you can aim it that way, that'd be cool. Keep in mind this is not an escape, it's the biggest new player assumption. You don't go anywhere with it, you come right back to where you were. If anything, it's the reverse of an escape. You can use this as your last long-range reach ability to kill a running hero. And then keep in mind that if you get stunned or rooted mid-jump, you're going to stay there. You're not going to go back to your original position or continue the move any further. W ability is a 4-second short-range charge and immediate double auto attack. And you just want to use this as long as it's off cooldown, except when you want to save some mana. The A ability is an interesting, like, pull ability. Artanis stops and throws the projectile, right? It's a pretty awkward projectile that you're going to have to get used to, and you'll miss it often enough. And if it lands, you and the target swap positions. You don't teleport, but you move towards each other and pass across each other. You can use this as a chase or a body blocking tool. If you are stunned or rooted when the target's hit, you aren't pulled at the target, but the target's pulled to you. And also, if the enemy is stunned or rooted when they're hit, you are pulled to them and they aren't pulled to you. And you can use this really funnily, especially versus Zool, who has a pretty predictable route pattern. You can pull him towards you. Yeah, Artanis survives at half health as long as he can auto attack. This means that you have to pretty much stay put and trade into someone to survive anyone. And that may mean that you can't chase the squishy targets that leave the fight. But keep in mind you've got the Q ability, you've got the W ability, and you've got the E ability to be able to chase those running targets. And better yet, you might be able to use the E ability to pull that squishy into the center of your team and make them incredibly vulnerable. The E ability helps you set up for lots of body blocks. And then, if you can just keep body blocking, so that your source of survival can't leave you, you're set. Artanis' 2 ultimates are pretty situational. Suppression Pulse gets way more value the more auto attack focused the enemy team is. And it's also got a really short 50-second cooldown, that's pretty cool. The Purification Beam gets more value the more stationary the enemy team is. Characters that have movement abilities easily escape the negative effects of the beam. Li Ming, Tracer, Illidan, Thrall. But the thing is that certain characters that have to stand there and trade can also not escape the beam, like Artanis, the Butcher, Thrall. So Thrall's an interesting character in that way. And in the same way, channeling characters are forced to take massive amounts of damage from the ability. So Nazebo's Ravenous Spirit, ETC's Mosh Pit, those channeling abilities that they have to stand still for make them incredibly vulnerable to the effects of the Purification Beam. And keep in mind that both ultimates are global, so if you can pay attention to the minimap, even when you're not in the middle of a fight, you can be a part of it in some way. At level 1, all of the talents for Artanis are pretty good. If you want a solo tank and the enemy team has mostly auto attackers, then reactive parry is probably the best option. If the map objective involves attacking non-heroes a lot, then amateur opponent's probably the best option. Kind of like on the maps Tomb of the Spider Queen, Battlefield of Eternity, and the Eternal Shrines, that talent's pretty good. And if you want to deal more damage versus heroes, specifically, Seasoned Marksman is then probably the best option. At level 4, you'll pick up Templar Zeal if you want to survive to combo at your level 7. This will reduce the cooldown the longer, or when you're at your shield threshold. Lethal Alacrity might be a better talent if you're looking for a higher DPS all of the time. Chrono Surge is not as good as Lethal Alacrity for DPS because the cooldown of the ability is very long. If I recall, it's 15 seconds, and the skill shot's pretty difficult, so it might be difficult to receive the fruits of the talent, but still go for it if you want to. Shield Battery doesn't do anything in my experience, even though it's got a higher win rate. I just find that if you're attacking and you're using your shield, either you'll get the shield back by the time it's run out, or it will have run out because the enemy bursted you down so hard and you were dead anyways. Shield Battery doesn't do very much. For me at least. At level 7, you pretty much just complement your level 4. Warp Sickness would make your E even more valuable skill shot, but keep in mind it's a long cooldown, hard skill shot. Solarite Reaper can greatly increase your DPS if you picked Lethal Alacrity in the previous level. If you picked Templar Zeal previously, then Psionic Energy is a talent you want to pick up in order to increase your survivability even further. Follow Through is an equally viable DPS talent here, but where's the fun in that when you could be picking up a Q talent, right? Level 10, just look at the enemy team. How much escape do they have? How much auto attack do they have? That should probably point you to the right ultimate. At level 13, picking up Phase Bulwark would seriously increase your survivability, especially if your enemy's primary offense is spell damage. Burning Rage is the best DPS talent here. Triple Strike is actually a negative pick most of the time, because by adding time to the cooldown, you are cutting the bonuses you get from your level 1 talent if you picked the reactive parry, level 7 if you picked follow through, and level 16 depending on what you're going to pick. And the longer cooldown, yeah, it just makes this talent not really worth it. And Gravitation Vortex, it's viable, alright. If you've been taking E talents thus far, go ahead. At level 16, you'll probably want to pick Shield Surge to make Artanis basically invincible as long as he can be attacking. Zealot Charge is also pretty good for Chase, which increases your DPS in turn. It's actually very viable still. Titan Killer would be nice versus a tanky team, but how often does that happen, right? In my experience, Psionic Wound is actually the worst option here, even though it's the vulnerability option. Unless, if charging a further distance to reach your target would not solve your problem for how much damage you're outputting, then Psionic Wound is the best option, but I've never found that to be the case. At level 20, all of the talents are viable. Orbital Bombardment increases your team's win rate versus an auto attack team incredibly. Target Purified, that's pretty fun. That's the only reason to take it. It's still very good though. Force of Will, it's really only necessary if your survivability somehow wasn't working, even after level 16 Shield Surge. If you were having trouble there, it was likely due to the enemy crowd control anyways. Nexus Blades increases your damage and allows you to get more hits before an enemy escapes. So you're likely going to pick Nexus Blades every time, even though all of the options are completely viable. Keep in mind that if you talented so that your Q can reduce your shield cooldown at levels 4 and 7, try using the Q whenever the W is on cooldown, or whenever multiple enemies could be hit in your charge. And also keep in mind that the Q only gives you shields when you hit enemy heroes, so attacking into a minion wave doesn't do anything for your shields. I can guarantee it. And now to the gameplay. Hey guys, Robert Thumb here. Going to be playing some Artanis. I realized after a while that I had not made an Artanis video, and this is going to be a very good example of how you play Artanis, because the enemy team has a Tyrande and then tons of damage. Awesome way to use Artanis. Problem being, they might have ways to escape. Our team's got the Nova, which is good. Their team has the Abathur, which is also pretty good. The Abathur would be good on this map because we wouldn't be paying attention to a siege, we'd be paying attention to the coins on the map. Versus this team, I'm going to get reactive parry, because I think I need a little bit more survivability. I have the solo tank on the team, and they've got a Tyrande as their support. So they're just going to have tons of damage for me, whether it be in any form, auto attack or spells. Are we going to fight for the center? Yes, we are, because they have an Abathur, and we don't. Neither team has a Zagara for the bottom lane. That's healthy. In fact, that Abathur is going to give us some really good early game. We should make use of that. Artanis' early game isn't the best. The later the game goes, the more talents he gets, the better. Karazin will get that for me. We should totally engage. They have, like, nothing. I'm going to be attacking Li Ming, as she's the very vulnerable one that I want to attack. Come on. I'm not at half health yet, so I don't just have to attack whoever. Now I kind of do, but I should probably just escape, because what damage do they have? Oh, they have some damage. Never mind. So I just have to attack whoever, dealing some damage in good spots. Kill the second person, and in a few seconds, the chest is going to spawn. But before that happens, I'm going to get... Awesome. Didn't even use my E ability there. Pretty cool. So I'm just gonna stand here, soak this. They lost so many people, we might just get both. In which case, awesome. Can't believe I dodged that. You know he's in danger. There's a Li Ming as well. We could kill her because she's really dangerous or scary. Yep, let's kill her. Get her back here. Awesome, awesome. Our team is doing a really good job. And we've got all 10 coins. So I'm going to move over here because I have 4 of those coins. Nicely done. Yeah, that Abathur is really going to hurt the enemy until they get level 10 at least. They do have the Abathur mines, but, you know, whatever. We could use the Zool. Oh. I have just gotten my... I want to attack with Thrall because he's the main source of damage, and I have to just keep auto-attacking. Just have to keep doing it, because right now I don't have my other talents. Let's get Li Ming over here, body blocked. I think I should just retreat and take in the coins. They can fight on their own, because that's 2 versus 2 with an Abathur hat. They'll do just fine. Awesome job, awesome job. I'm tempted to go and heal, but I'll be okay, because I'm Artanis on half health. They don't have any invisible characters or anything. We're going to hit level 4 first as well. That's awesome. But going back to lane, neither team seems to be doing that yet. We'll get Templar Zeal, because we want to generate shields more, which is going to combo with our level 7 talent later. Generating more shields, because we are the front line of this team, and we just have to... Okay, I have to keep auto-attacking, otherwise I'm done, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I can't last forever. Yeah, okay. I could have tried and run away, maybe, because Johanna and this damage couldn't kill me, perhaps, but I was at low enough threshold. Although, I guess I was asking for that to happen, considering I had not drunk from the fountain or anything. It looks like we're getting really good siege damage on bottom lane, which is awesome, but our middle lane siege, not so much. Or at least our middle lane soak, not so much. We're getting some good damage into these towers, though. That's awesome, because then that's less bullets to go over there. I'll be on my way over here, because he is so in danger. That's a really good Toronto player, don't you know? But I'm a better Artanis player, don't you know? Thought she's gonna get away there. Can't kill this. Ooh, but if he decides to come along, we can kill him. We're not soaking top though, but neither are they. So let's just keep doing this. I want to attack the Thrall more. I haven't gotten my level 7 yet, so I'm gonna actually disengage a little bit. Actually, no, we have the Grey Mane, so screw it. Let's do this. Nope, I didn't even need that. I am low on health, and you remember what happened last time, so I'm just gonna get this. This will also get me my mana back. Artanis can have mana problems, but you'll learn to deal. Psionic Energy. Now my Q ability gives me shields the more heroes I hit. Well, it doesn't give me shields. It reduces the cooldown on my shields the more heroes I hit. And it's got a reduced cooldown when I'm in shield range. Isn't that awesome? Still not going to use all my mana on this minion wave. Don't think it's necessary. We don't see where the enemy team is. That's what's scary. Neither team has enough to turn in. Not even close. Is Li Ming coming to get me? No, she's getting this. I think... Well, they can see me coming, but they can't do everything about it. Come back here. Oh, she had another teleport. I think that might be enough. Ooh. They got away. That's alright. Top lane push is going to be awesome. Because... Oh, never mind. It's not going to be awesome because the most important thing on this map right now is the chest. So let's go there. And this will give both teams an opportunity to get turning in thresholds. And we already have ours. So let's go. I'm traveling on the wrong side of the map. May I be punished. They just got their coins. That's alright. I can zone a little bit. Get him. Nope, he runs too fast for me. I think Karazim should turn in with all that he's got. Oh, we could probably even kill the Li Ming here. Awesome. And then I'll just pick this up because we're not gonna... Oh, you're joking, right? Now we have to stop this lady by body blocking. And let's just get out of here. We have the 11 coins and we have the level advantage. I don't see why we're attacking. I have to. I'm the front line. Now I've got all three of them to hit here, so using my Q ability is awesome. 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 Now let's actually just get out of here. We're running low on health and they're not, even though we have a better healer. Unless if he talented otherwise. No, he's been... Yeah, he's been talenting for damage, which is interesting. I think I'm actually going to Hearth here. Because the team won't need me. And I need the help. Desperately. Alright. Now, what should we be doing? Going back to soak, realistically, so I'll just go top. Two forged out. We're doing pretty good. The enemy team has got some coinage, but we could probably even take it from them. Alright, how much? They've got Li Ming to escape, Thrall to escape. That's 2 of their 4 players that are on the ground. And how much auto attack did they have? Not very much, so neither team has very good anything. Why can't I use my Q? There we go. There we go. Now we can make a second turn in, probably. No, we just need a few more. We just got a level 10. I'm stuck, because Purifier Beam will not work because Li Ming and Thrall can just escape it, just like that. Except Thrall needs to stand there and trade, so who knows. And then Suppression Pulse won't really do much, because what auto attack damage do they have? Some from Thrall? Not really. Our team's getting the boss. I didn't even see that, but I hope they don't need me. I am the front line. No, they did okay, because they got so much damage anyways. Which means I don't need to get this in order to get the maximum doubloons, whatever. But I'm going to do it anyways. Yep, so I'm on my way. Keep in mind, this is a level 11 boss. I'm not going to get very much done, especially with their Abathur in the way. Purifier Beam or Suppression Pulse. I think we need the extra tankiness, no matter what tankiness it is. Can't believe I just did that. Delayed the turn in a little bit. So I'm going to have 2 coins left over when this is all done. That's right. What's cool is that my ultimates are global, so I don't even have to be there to set them off. And this is only a 50-second cooldown. So I'm going to be able to do it really often if I want to. I hope she knows she's in danger a little bit. If a Tyrande Owl hits her, or whatever, that Tyranda's a good player, so... That's where we should be going. Maybe she's looking for Abathur. At this level, we're going to want to go for more tankiness. Reduces incoming ability damage from the Li Ming and so forth. From the Thrall as well. I guess Thrall does some auto attack. Just not too much. He's like half and half. We could turn in, but I don't want to. None of my team's following me, but I didn't bang it anyways. So, tell you what, clear that. Because that's just an abomination. And then, oh! Did I hit him? Yeah, I did. Alright, that was the point. Can't believe I mounted up in that time as well. That's annoying. Means we're going to get a really good push in there. And we should retreat because we have all the coins. We have all the coins. Didn't even spell it right. That's okay. Yeah. In this case, we should not fight because they have 4 coins to lose, whereas we have 10 to lose. So if we lose all 10 of those coins, we're just asking for a loss. Not like we're losing, but that would help them win. I'm feeling they're coming to get me, so I'm going to do this as fast as possible, and then run. I've got 7 coins, I really don't want to die. I'm on my way, and I've got the final some odd coins. Awesome. I have my ultimate, but they're running. They're not. Oh, never mind. Hope I secured that for them. I think I did. Awesome, awesome. We can kill this out of position Li Ming. It's not a bot. I thought it was going to be a bot Li Ming, but who knows. Although that Grey Mane better be careful. Alright. 2 coins for free. They lost one of their keeps. That's pretty early on. I must say, we're kind of wrecking. Yeah, but there isn't yet getting his value. We should be getting more coins. I'm going to be on my way to interrupt this Thrall, so you can actually see him. Let's get him. I have my suppression pulse ready. Just a moment. Nice. I can't believe I timed that so good. Nah. Leave him be. Leave him be. We don't need to chase for that. We can just get some more coins. They don't have a turn in. And they won't for the longest time. So, somebody got that. I'll go bottom to get this while Zul gets the middle one. We nearly have enough coins. Very nearly. We just need to wait a little bit more. Interesting. We see the Li Ming just soaking the bottom lane. It's not like our team's taking this, or this, because those are actually dead. Maybe Nova could handle that, but I don't know. Maybe she'd rather be getting coins, which is totally legit. I'm gonna go turn in my 8 coins, because that's just a lot of coins to turn in. And it looks like my team's about to get the rest of their coins necessary to turn in as well. So, we're gonna have yet another turn in, probably take this keep out, and I don't know. I'm gonna stick around here just in case a team fight breaks out, because now we're on equal footing, our teams. But as soon as that's done, I'd like to go push bottom, actually, and see if we can't just take that keep with the natural forces of the siege giants. Or we could try and team fight them there. Fine. But keep in mind, we don't really want to engage in a Johanna. It's just a Johanna. She can be unstoppable. Like that. We're going to get a burst of shields at level 16. Now we're pretty much invincible. As long as we just keep auto-attacking things. Oh, she teleported. I should have seen that one coming. We can just wail into this Thrall. And there's not very much you can do about it. Oh, we actually lost a player. That's alright. I just have to keep auto-attacking. Just keep auto-attacking. Hit him so he's revealed again. And I have to keep auto-attacking. I'm no longer really in danger, so I'm just going to have to auto-attack random things. Or actually, they might kill me. Get that regen glow, please. Okay, good. I think all of these passive regen talents are really coming in handy now. Now what do we want to do? I want to head to this guy for some healing. Nope, no healing. Alright, then I'll go over here and clear this wave, and we can see when the enemies are coming. So I've got nothing to fear. Getting 20 coins without the chest is going to be something difficult. We can totally do it, though. We're 3 levels ahead. Pretty crazy. Alright, our team just decided we want to gank the boss. Because the enemy team thinks we're going to take the boss. Uh-huh. That was a pretty bold move by their Johanna. And I'm going to catch her. And now she's body blocked. That is how you play Artanis. Now, are we going to take the boss? Sure, they're missing their tank. They can't go in. Thrall doesn't really act like a tank unless if he can do his thing. And with all of our stuns and whatnot, I think we're doing really good. Now they don't even have that. Awesome. Unless the Abther copy comes in and wrecks. Unless if a chest spawn, I'm totally okay with push with... I'm totally alright with... Oh, never mind. Never mind. Because chests are so much more important. We won't yet get an entire turn in, but chests are still pretty darn important. And if they don't go for chests, they're having a boss push at their core. With catapults and everything. It's scary. Now, oh. Bit of a team fight going on there. I could have my ultimate, but I'll be having to use it. Most likely. Nice, we got her, and I just turned in all my 7. How's the boss doing? Oh man, it's gonna deal some nice core damage. Awesome, awesome. Which means that... Can we go core? Yeah, sure. Nope, I'm alone, so maybe not. If I weren't alone, maybe so. For picture. I don't know what that means, but yep, going core is a pretty good idea. Actually, they destroyed the boss without losing tons of health. Awesome. Or not awesome, but interesting. Gonna hit her. Oh, she's unstoppable. Oh, I forgot to body block. And Li Ming's on a rampage. I just realized. That's alright, I can just keep auto-attacking here. get some nice shields going, and live, 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 live. That's how Artanis works, is you live on a sliver of health. That was a pretty terrible game, though. I'm gonna be honest. Like, we really just dominated. I hope you learned something about Artanis. You just stand there and survive, really, while body blocking and applying your damage to the most necessary targets, if you can. If you can't, just keep auto-attacking. You'll live. It's kind of like an easier version of the Butcher, which is probably why I like this character. I like the Butcher as well. So that'll be all for today, guys. So make sure to like this video if you liked it. Leave some comments down below for conversation, because that's cool. Subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of thing, heroes. And share this video with your friends if you think like it as well. That'll be all for today. See you guys.